Hey everybody, it's Lindsey Baker with the Action Hour, and today I have with me Diana Munoz, who is co-founder with Kobe Steiner of the Gentle Giants nonprofit organization, and they have an exciting story to bring to you today about the Thailand elephants. Actually, the Board of Tourism, the tourism is collapsing in Thailand, and hundreds of elephants are going home. And you guys came up with a way to save them. Let me just read your mission. Elephant conservation and to work in collaboration with elephant owners and their local communities in finding a more harmonious and peaceful coexistence with the gentle giants and enabling the mahouts, who are the caretakers, to earn a decent living and support their families. By helping to create opportunities where elephants can stay and thrive in their own habitats, sanctuaries, and other ethical, humane projects, living in harmony with nature, benefiting not only the elephants, the mahouts, but also their communities. And it says that you guys are partnering with Save Elephants Foundation, Lake Chailert. Is that the way I say her name? Can you, yeah?
Chailert.
Lake Chailert, who was named by Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in 2010 of one of the 6 women heroes of global conservation. Wow, that is huge. So Diana, tell us, how did this all start? Tell us how you became this organization, and tell us how this all got started.
Well, it all started back in March, when COVID-19 hit so hard around the world. It also hit, of course, Thailand, and it brought Thailand's tourism to a halt. And I was talking to Lek, and we were all, not only I was talking to Lek, a whole bunch of organizations were trying to help Lek in her mission to help elephants around Thailand, to feed them, not only the elephants, but also the mahouts, the families and everything, because these families were all of a sudden left without any way to support themselves and to feed themselves. So we, as we saw how it was being affected, how everything was affecting them, we started to think, once they started to have to go back home, to walk back home, you know, these trekking camps told the elephant owners and the elephants, look, there's no more work for you. We can't pay you. We can't have you here. So they had to find a way. So these original 11 elephants started walking back to their villages, and they had to walk 100 miles. And this is how it all starts. As Lek starts walking with them, because Lek accompanies them too, it takes them 3 days. Then we all start thinking, what do we do? For 25 years, Lek has been trying to bring the elephants back to the forest, has been trying to end all this cruelty, has been trying for people to become aware of what a trekking camp, and when you have an elephant, when you're riding an elephant, or seeing them paint, or taking a selfie with a baby, what this really represents. So, you know, as this was happening, Lek and I were in conversations, and it just dawned on us that COVID-19 had given us a beautiful gift. And that gift was the opportunity to keep these elephants home once they arrived. So immediately we just started working like crazy. Lek was in conversations with the mahout, while Colby and I started organizing everything about the project, about how it was going to be that we could work with everyone, not only the mahouts, not only helping the elephants, but we were thinking about everyone. Our slogan is "No one left behind," because that's literally what we wanted to do. Think about the mahouts, the elephants, the families, the communities, the farmers. So we were bringing and started just working out everything, all the details.
That's great. And you know, that's going to be a sustainable future, because if anyone in that whole balance is out of balance, or any part of it is out of balance, it wouldn't be last. So this sounds great. Let's watch a movie about the gentle giants. it brings up so many questions for me. I want to ask about the mahouts. Now, obviously, people do know about Pajan. Actually, I think one of the videos we have, there's a little bit about that. If people don't know of how horrifically the babies are tortured to be broken at very, very knee-high size, young ages. So a lot of people feel that the mahouts are, evil people. Can you, Colby, address that? How do you deal with the fact that, the general public that is aware, and most of the public isn't yet, and that's part of what we're doing here, which is amazing. But the people that have a very negative viewpoint of these mahouts and the whole thing. Can you address that, please?
It's understandable that people want to direct their anger at the mahouts. They're the ones taking care of the elephants. They're the ones training them. And every time an elephant is changed from one circus or one venue to another, they go through the crush all over again.
Oh my God.
To hear the crush, the first time I heard it in reality was in Thailand when I was at EMP. You could hear it across the river. It's atrocious. Then when you watch it, it's even worse. So the mahouts, I do believe that they aren't bad people. This is part of their culture. This is how they were brought up. This is how they were raised. This is what they were taught to do. This is how they were taught to domesticate an elephant. Many of the ones that we've been in contact with are thrilled that they get to be in the forest back with their elephants. They're very motivated. The owners at these trekking camps do not pay the mahouts well. They don't treat them well either. So they're away from their friends, they're away from their family, they're trying to make money for their family, they're trying to, they have stress on them. Then you have this, animal that is huge. Is it forgiven? No. Can we find a better way? Yes, absolutely. And that is part of what LEC is helping us with, is to show the mahouts a kinder, more gentler way to live with their elephants. No bull hooks, no chains, none of that.
Yeah, and I think she's there monitoring the ones that you guys are funding and financing. Yes. Is that correct?
Yes,
exactly.
She's right there, and she's making sure that the money is going to people that are ethical.
Yes, sure exactly, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, and we want to tell people to please share out this video. We have a few comments. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah. Okay. So here's how you can sponsor. Okay, great. Here's how you can sponsor a mahout on the Gentle Giant Stay Home Project, because we say no one left behind, and there's the information. We'll leave that up as we speak for a little bit. So thank you. We have somebody monitoring and helping us here, which is great. So for people that want to donate, this is a great opportunity, folks, because you've been seeing my shows for the past month or so. If you have, you know that we've been talking about Pajan. We've been talking to other organizations that help the elephants, and all we have seen is very blight, very unhappy stories of how we're trying to do all these things. But this is something that can be done right now if you support this. Ladies, can you talk a little bit about how this money is used and how it will go and how it will help? Maybe we'll switch back to Diana for a moment on this one.
Yes, absolutely. So we have created several projects or several programs actually for people to be able to participate. We want the whole world to be a part of this change of love and hope and really compassion. So now we have several projects or programs where you can sponsor a mahout for $50 a year. And when you sponsor a mahout, you receive a certificate. You receive your badge, personalized badge from Gentle Giant, and you receive a picture of your beautiful elephant, the elephant that you have sponsored. All of this, of course, $50 does not pay for much, but what we want is for everyone in the world to unite, to come together, and to be a part of this. And when we use the slogan, no one left behind, we're not only talking about the elephants, the mahouts, and the farmers, we're also talking about everyone that loves elephants. So we created that sponsor a mahout. You can sponsor an elephant, and you can also go. And we know that COVID-19 has impacted many people financially. So we created a program when we were brainstorming with Tracy Jane Brace, who is part of our team, and with Colby, we created a program that's called that is the $2 program. You can make this a $2 monthly donation. You could do it just once. We just want everyone to know that they're welcome to walk with us, to be part of this beautiful change. We also have programs for corporations and for businesses and for groups. We have received tremendous support from beautiful other elephant groups like LEAP, Guardian Angels, Elephant Guardians, which is here in Los Angeles. We have received also from Elephants Austin, Action for Elephants UK. They have united with us, and this really has given us such great hope and such. It's been very heartwarming that there's another woman who is from Germany, and she's constantly in communication with me, and she is so supportive. Her name is Gertrude. And we also have another beautiful artist here from LA as well, that she immediately, we are expecting to be able to bring 8 more elephants to be with us. And she immediately jumped in when she knew that we didn't have what was needed, the funds to bring them in, Elizabeth Palmer. So she helped out. So, it's a program that we want everyone to walk with us. We want everyone to understand that, if we want to help the elephants that are actually, we know they're going extinct. If we don't do something, they're going to go extinct. But the ones that are in captivity are suffering so much, are suffering tremendously. We have to do something, and we can't do it alone. There's not one person, one organization, one country that will be able to pull this off. We need the world to unite with us, to come together, and for fight with us. Another very exciting thing that we have found, or just two days ago, was that World Animal News and Peace for Animals. They became our allies, and we are thrilled. They are very strong. So we are reaching out to everyone. We want everyone to be part of this. Anyone that has ever dreamed of helping an elephant, this is the chance to do it. They made worldwide news. We saw them walking home. We have a baby elephant that walked home with them, baby Lana, and we saw her walking home, and we saw that they had to stop to give her time so she can feed and nurse and everything. And what happened to those elephants? Well, gentle giants happened to those elephants. We are keeping them home. They are under our loving care. We are working with their mahouts. We're working with their communities. And I want to tell you something. I want to share something that is very important. That when people come and sponsor an elephant, a mahout, they're not only helping them, they're also helping the villagers gain their footing, because they're becoming self-sustaining. While these people are receiving our love and support, they are also now growing growing rice. They're growing the grass for their elephants. So in the future, they will become self-sustaining, and they are finding ways to, they're navigating a new life, and they're finding ways to be able to self-sustain without exploiting their own elephants. It's just been so beautiful. We have
Okay,
I could name.
So, of course, this was a piece from the BBC, and of course, I couldn't show the whole thing, but I just wanted to show that there are still many, many, many elephants that are still in jeopardy. So, the sooner this can get off the ground and some relief can come, the better, because apparently, Lake has the ability to. I mean, are people coming into her with requests to surrender their elephants or to help them know? Is the word spreading in Thailand? And what can you address that, Colby, for us? What's going on with that? How's that working? And how is this movement growing? Because I know you saved 45, but there's hundreds. So let's hear how we can expand this a little more. Go ahead.
There's 1,700 that
Wow.
it's a lot. We started with the 11, went to 23. We're hopefully going to be at 38. And we still have people coming and asking, Lek. Actually, when we got baby Molly and her mom Gulab, we sponsored a shelter for them because theirs had fallen down in the rain, and Molly is only 6 months old. So while Lek was there, 8 others approached her and asked to be a part of the project. This is part of the Karen Tribe Village. Those are the beautiful 8 we're trying to bring in now. Yes, so people are approaching Lek, and you know, they want to save their elephants. They don't want them to starve. They don't. There's several camps that have approached Lek that Lek is working with. You know, the 1,700, that's a lot of elephants, and it's going to take a lot of people and a lot of organizations to help.
Yeah. So how can organizations reach out to you? How can they reach out to you to find out more about how they can get involved? What's the best way?
Do you want me to answer?
Yeah, go ahead. Either one of you, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Well, actually, they can sponsor. You know, we have corporate sponsors, which they can sponsor either a baby, a matriarch. We just recently did the bull sponsor and a herd sponsor. Each of them have their own little perks, which is baby sponsors are just $100. You get a beautiful certificate, and that is it. But if you sponsor a matriarch, which is $500, you send us your logo, and we put the company logo up on our website. If you sponsor either a shelter or a bull, it's $1,000, and we put up the logo and the link to the person's website or the company's website, so that when people are looking through who is supporting this and who is with us and who is walking with us, they could just touch their logo and it takes them directly to that company's website, which is excellent advertisement for them. And if you sponsor a herd, it's $1,500, and for 1 year, then you get the same thing. You get a certificate, you get the logo. They give us the logo, and we put it up on our website with the link to their website, and then you know, they can it's going to be free advertisement for a year. Now, if they want to become our allies, then it's a lot. You know, allies means that they will stand with us for a long period of time. This is our allies. Minimum will have to be at least contribute with $10,000 initially, and then, you know, we have to see how the organization pushes this along with us. As I said, you know, this is something that really the world has to unite. We have to stand as one to be able to pull this off.
Colby, you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, about the business corporate sponsorships, it's actually really great. And we did them to help businesses, to not only help the elephants, but to help small businesses or corporations who are struggling because of COVID. We have, you know, several different sponsorships, as Diana said. But you get free advertising for, I mean, once you make your sponsorship, you then have that free advertising for 6 months to a year, but you also get it as a tax donation, as a tax deduction. So, you know, you're helping elephants, you're helping your business, you're helping your community. You know, it's about incorporating everybody.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add that if people that are watching want to help, share this video out. If you work for a company, ask your boss. Maybe they would be interested in one of the levels of sponsorship. It looks like you can do a modest, or you can do something more, you know, substantial, depending on what you can do. And also individuals, if you guys want to do on your Facebook, you can start a fundraising, so people can do individual things as well. They can, like, sharing watch parties, donating, you know, raising money on your Facebook or other places. All of that stuff, like you ladies are saying, we need everyone to get behind this. Yeah, so very important. Let's watch some babies. For the first time, this elephant got to go in the water.
Oh.
Wow, that was incredible. Diana, can you tell me, have you seen that before? I don't remember where I found it, but I don't know if you gave it to me or grabbed it from somewhere. But do you know any history or background of that? It did say first bath.
Lindsay, when you played the video, for some reason, I did not see which video you were playing. It didn't come up on my.
I believe it's the new rescue that came into EMP yesterday, and she's pregnant. I can't think of her name. They had just brought 7, and then they brought another one yesterday, and that was the first time she's been able to be in the water.
That's fantastic, and she's pregnant.
Yes.
Wow. We have a couple more here. We have. Let me play. Here's the. So where was that? Go ahead.
Now that one I do recognize. This is our baby Lana. She is, we call her our tiniest little giant. She is the one that walked 100 miles. So this is already at the Karen tribe where she is, where they had to walk the 100 miles. And baby Lana, she's the tiniest one, because as they were walking back, you know, her mother was very stressed, and her milk has dried out. So baby Lana hasn't continued growing as she should. And we are, you know, they're giving her supplements and everything to help her grow, but baby Lana isn't growing as fast as she is. But she's a very happy little girl. And, you know, she is just precious, you know, seeing her this happy and seeing her mother. I think her mother this is another beautiful thing about our project, that people who sponsor or support us in any way, they follow these elephants' lives. Every day we're posting videos and pictures of them. Every day they get to see their journey. Every day they get to see how they change, because when we receive the elephants, or when the elephants get home, you could see their, you know, they look very different in appearance, and their behavior is very different. And as they start living this life, which is much kinder to them, which they can roam free, which they can be treated with dignity and respect, they start to transform. You could see it in their skin. You could see it in their demeanor. They start to blossom. They start to be the beautiful beings that they were born to be. I think another thing that is very, very important to mention, and we should always mention, is that all tourists should start. If you have a beautiful heart, if you love elephants, we have to all refuse to take part in any type of cruelty. No painting, no writing, no selfies, no circus tricks. All of this creates a lot of suffering. All of this is what, we say we supposedly love elephants, but we sadly have been the reason for their suffering. When we want to take a selfie with a baby elephant, we are just fueling the cruelty and the suffering against mothers and babies. Because mothers, just like any human mother, when they lose their baby, it's devastating for them. And with the knowing, she knows that her baby is going through the crush, she knows that her baby is going to be a slave, and she knows that her baby is going to be tortured. So for any mother, and these mothers that are so loving, so patient, remember that elephants raise their children. It's among females, so it's the mother, aunts, sisters, all of the females. That's the goal, to raise a baby, to raise them healthy. The love that goes into raising this child is incredible. And when people dream of taking these selfies with these babies, they're literally breaking all that apart. The baby now is being taken away from the mother as early as 6 months old. That would be like Molly, like Lana. They go and they break them. People have to understand that for a baby to be so still. Remember, these are babies. They are very curious. They run. They bump into people. They roll over. They're very comparable to a toddler. For these babies to be still, for it to be safe for the human, they are beaten. They are burned. They are stabbed. Many things. They are left out in the elements. We've seen the videos of them go. They're put into very small boxes. They're tied. They put ropes against their wrists and their feet and their necks, because the baby, when they start beating them, they start moving around and the ropes cut into their skin. Babies try to commit suicide because of the pain, and this goes on for days or weeks. And imagine that the ending of this is that they take the baby before the mother. If the baby tries to run to the mother's safety, they take the baby back and the beating starts again. This is what tourism does. This is what the tourists are paying for, fueling and sponsoring. And this has to stop. And the dental giants is the promise of that. We're stopping it. In the future, we will have volunteer programs where people can go and they can be part of the village. They will be able to, live, breathe, cook, eat with the villagers, spend time with the villagers, and walk with the elephants. But everything will be at a respectful distance. We have to start treating them as the sentient beings they are. No more selfies. We have to learn to respect their space. If someone wants to take a selfie, it will be just as if I put up my camera right now and I take a picture with the elephant, but from afar. It's not going to be anymore, standing next to the elephant, rolling on the ground with the elephant. We have to learn to respect them, and we have to give them their space, their time. This is their world.
Diane, I'm sorry, Colby, would you like to add anything? You seem like you really had a lot going on in your head, so go ahead.
I always have a lot going on in my head. It just breaks my heart to hear it, even though I've seen it and heard it a million times. But right. It's not just the tourism industry. Owners are selling their elephants across the border back into the logging industry. Now, the logging industry is illegal in Thailand, but there are other areas where elephants are still being used. And if you've seen the photos of mama elephants pulling huge logs chained while a baby tries to nurse up a hill, it's heartbreaking. And so many camp owners have already discussed, some may have already, selling those elephants back to the logging industry because the tourist industry hasn't opened back up. So that's another reason for the urgency of this.
Yeah, that's really important that people know that this is such an urgent issue, but it can be the catalyst for tremendous change. And I'm sure that Lake has lots of ideas of how she would educate these villagers and perhaps get them into ethical businesses. Has any of that been discussed? Like thinking to the future. Can you address that maybe, Diana?
Yeah.
Shaking your
Oh,
head. So yeah.
oh, absolutely. Lek has been in this fight for many, many, many years. Lek has already accomplished before COVID hit. Lek had already accomplished changing the hearts of about 30 trekking camps. This is everything. She knows this very well. What COVID has given us the opportunity is to reach those camps or those owners that we didn't have any communication. And now when Lek started walking with them and when Lek started reaching out to them with such a selfless heart, because, you know, she has 3,000 animals to care for herself in her own organization. So instead of her bringing all the money and keeping it to herself, no, she went out and she looked for everyone she could. And this gave her a wonderful opportunity to speak to those she had not been able to reach, to listen to them, to work with them. You know, she made a bridge with them, and of course, that's what helped us to create Gentle Giants and the Gentle Giants nonprofit. So Lek has been in business. Believe me, that right now Lek is she is working absolutely every day. She goes with these people. They have very strict agreements to be able to join our projects or the ethical projects that she has already created. They have very strict agreements that they have to respect. The elephant can't work, can't be mistreated, can't be in chains. There can be no bull hooks. You know, she already has that down to the T. So it's just about being able to have the funds. In this case, because it came like a tsunami, it didn't come gradually where we were able to say, okay, oh, a new one, come. No, it's just like all of a sudden, all elephants are without a job. All elephants need a home. All elephant owners need help. They all have to eat. So this is when Gentle Giants, this is why I say that Gentle Giants is thinking absolutely of everyone, the farmers, the community, the people, and everything. And of course, that's when I say to the future that there are going to be volunteer programs. These are the ethical programs that we are building so that the people can go and enjoy elephants, but in a respectful way. These are the ethical programs that are going to be already being discussed. And you know, one thing that is very important for everyone to know is that these mahouts that, you know, I know many people are angry at them, but we have to understand that it's not the time for war. It's the time to talk. It's the time to unite. It's the time of understanding, forgiving, and moving forward. We don't look back. We look towards the future. And if they want to change, and if they are really looking for that change, we're there to assist. We're there to give them love and support. And Lek teaches this. You know, she goes out there herself and she teaches them how to let them walk without chains. Many of these people, many of these mahouts mistreat the elephants, not because they're mean, but because they are scared of the elephants. Ironically, they believe that the elephants can turn on them and kill them, instead of understanding that if you treat them, they're highly intelligent. If you treat them with respect and kindness, the elephants will treat you with respect and kindness. So Lex goes out there and she teaches them, she shows them how to do it. It's not like we bring the elephants and they say, okay, goodbye, good luck with them. No. There's a retraining program. You know, Lek is constantly going. If it's not her, it's her personnel that is being sent out to teach these mahouts, to teach these people how to treat elephants without having to, to undergo these horrible treatments to them. And it's amazing. I want to say that the mahouts have reacted in a fabulous way. Very surprised. They're like, oh, we didn't know this could be. So it's a learning curve, and we want to give people that opportunity. We want to give them that opportunity to learn, to grow, and to discover. This is a new world for them. So, and they are walking along with us. They're not putting any resistance. Every day I get videos and pictures, and you could see how proud they are of how they are treating their elephants. They want us to see, look, we're doing this, and they're doing it for them, for themselves, and for us. So it's a moment to come together.
Yeah.
And just say, you know what happened before, let's leave it behind. Let's move forward, and let's do it with love and compassion.
Well, it seems like if you can get a lot of support behind this, this could be the answer to saving these elephants. I just have one question. It's not really off subject, but you mentioned the logging industry and you said it was illegal, yet it still goes on. Can you just talk about that a little bit? Maybe we'll have Kobe start and then you can jump in. But how does it continue? And talk a little bit about that whole, I want to say mess, because that's exactly what it is.
I believe it was in the 1980s when logging was banned. A lot of the forest in Thailand is gone. So not only were elephants used, to do the heavy lifting and the pulling, and the training of them to do it is atrocious. But there's no forest left in many parts of Thailand, in northern Thailand. One great thing about bringing the elephants back to the forest is they are keystone species. So, the forest and the elephants will bloom together, which is also going to be beautiful to see. Now, I don't know specifically where logging still takes place. I just know that it still happens. I know that elephants are still being used. They say they don't like to use modern equipment. It's too hard to get into the places they need to get into. The elephants are the best to use for that. I don't know how many are still in the logging industry. I don't know how many have gone back to the logging industry. Maybe Diana knows more of that information.
Diana, you want to jump in?
Well, I don't know how many are in the logging industry. What I do know is that they do take them to the logging industry. Unfortunately, if we're not able to reach these elephants, meaning if we're not able to find the support we need to be able to bring them in, because we can't just say, come in, and then we have no money to send them. We are paying their wages and we are paying for the elephant food. So we need to be able to have the funds to do that. If they come into our project. But what I do know, and I want to mention, is that the ones that are going into the logging industry are the younger ones. Unfortunately, the young bulls and the young females are the ones that will have to be in the logging industry. It's illegal, it's very well known, it's documented, but it's still not stopped. So if we don't find the sponsors we need, we're going to have to, as advocates, activists, and warriors, we're going to be crying. And really, this is the time to do it. There's no other time to do it. This is the time that we have to come together and say, you know what? We've been fighting years and years. We have many of our own, what we call our own warrior family, that have fought with us, shoulder to shoulder. I could name many: Jenna, Lee, Terry, Sam, Marianne. We're all fighting for different elephants, but we're fighting together. And this is the time where the tears have stopped. What do we do? When is the cruelty going to stop? This is the time. It's stopped. Now the solution is the Gentle Giants Stay Home Project, to bring them home and keep them home. And we have to do it before the borders open up, before tourism comes back, because once it comes back, it's going to really, really, really be hard to again start the process. This is the time. So please, everyone, come and be with us, walk with us, really see the importance of this point in time. This is why every detail of our project has been looked into so wonderful. And I want to share with you, Lindsay, that it's really beautiful to look in Facebook and to see all our badges. You know, this is something that really is so unique to our project. Many things are unique. I mean, I think that our project now is identified, even though we have been just since June 14th, that's when we launched, but everyone identifies the certificates, the letters, you know, our logo is beautiful, which, by the way, I want to mention that Sam Prince, Sam Winnicup, she was the one that made our beautiful logo, and I love it, you know, and she knows I'm her for a greatest fan. But you know,
Diana, explain the logo.
Go ahead.
Explain it.
Yeah, I want Diana to tell everyone what our logo stands for.
Well, let's see. Can we have a picture up here of your logo, and then Diana, you can explain it. But go ahead, start, and I'll see.
Okay. So our beautiful logo was done by Sam Winnicup, and she's from Sam Prince, and she donated our logo. And this logo is a mud color elephant. And mud color elephant, we chose it, and it's walking to what we Westerns would identify as walking backwards. But in Thailand, this means the future. So it's it's marching towards the future, trunk up, because it's a happy elephant. This is why it has happy. And it has a green around it because it's going towards nature. Our beautiful mud color elephant is because elephants love mud. This is their natural sunscreen. So they love to be mud bathing all the time. But if you see that elephant, when they are slaves, when they are in the trekking camps, when they are in a logging camp, they can't do this. They don't have the freedom to do this. So they are always looking gray. Their skin is very dry. You know, this is a natural moisturizer. Everyone can go and then put some on. It would be great for our skin if we actually did it. But, you know, this is our mud color elephant is identifying a happy, beautiful elephant, an elephant that is free, an elephant that has gone back to freedom and could now mud bathe and could now be just an elephant. And that's what we are looking for at Gentle Giants Saving Project.
And that's their happy sounds that they're making there. I want to just encourage everyone to share out this video. Please, if you can, start a watch party. You can do a watch party afterwards. Invite your friends. Let's get everyone aware of what's going on. It's so easy to help. There was a question that came up. I just want to jump in, and then you have some more time to talk. The question was, how much does it cost? I know you covered it, but cover it again. For a year to support a mahout and one elephant, someone asked. How much is that for a year?
Okay, well, it costs for about $400 a month to support a mahout and an elephant. So you can multiply that by 12, and that is what you would get per year. It's not that much. It's actually not that much. But we couldn't make it to saying, hey, you want to support an elephant and a mahout, $400, put it into your budget. No, you know, we would be reaching very few people. We want the world to stand with us and fight with us and be with us and be on this incredible journey with us. So we made it accessible to everyone. The $2 program. We are 6 billion people in the world. Imagine if just 2 million decided to say, hey, you know what? I want to be part of this.
And there's no reason that bigger companies can do the year thing, because it's not that much.
Oh, absolutely.
5,000,
absolutely,
something around
absolutely. And bigger companies can donate as much as they want.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the more the better, of course. But yeah, so This is a great program, and we want everyone to hear as much about it. So go ahead. What else? Kobe, is there anything you wanted to add?
A lot. Diana and I, we had a very
meet. How did you guys meet and get going on this together?
Diana and I have worked together on other projects for about 3 years now, since 2017. We've done a lot of campaigns together for a lot of other elephant organizations, Global Sanctuary for Elephants, Voice for Asian Elephant Society, Elephant Haven, European Elephant Sanctuary, Wildlife SOS. I mean, and we've all, it's funny because we were always there. And then it wasn't up until probably 2017 that Diana and I actually became friends and started talking. I don't really know. Diana and I have a great relationship, and we just kind of became a sisterhood. It was wonderful because it was so easy and natural, like we've known each other all our lives. So when this came to us, Diana and I had like a matter of weeks to put this together, to do a nonprofit, design a website, come up with a project, come up with a program in a very short amount of time with Diana and I.
How long have you guys been doing it?
Since what, the project?
Yeah.
We launched it June 14th, but we didn't start the paperwork and everything till
I think we started when Lek and I were in conversations, because Lek, without her beautiful shining light, there's nothing.
Would she ever come on? Do you think she'd come on Jane on Shane sometime?
Of course, absolutely.
I'd love to have her.
I don't know if she's watching. She told me she would be watching, but in Thailand it's midnight. It's midnight, but yes, actually I saw her around, and normally we would have spoken because of the interview, we didn't get to speak this morning. But when we were talking about what do we do, and we came up with this fabulous idea, let's keep them home and let's find a way to do it. I think it was probably, I don't know, mid-April. So we decided this, and we just said, let's do it. Let's go head on. And I contacted, and we just went. And I really think it's been a blessing. I don't know how we came up. Yeah, I don't know how we came up with all the programs. It was, we were brainstorming with Colby. We were doing this. Sam and us, we were working together. We were trying to coming up with things. Then Tracy Jane Brace came on. Of course, all this time we're coordinating this with Lek. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? We're a very small group. We're just 5 people initially. It's Lek, Derek, Tracy, Colby, and myself right now that are holding up this nonprofit. So, we're just all coordinating and trying to find it. So it was a very short time, but it came to us, and, and
we're still friends.
Say that again.
I said, and Diana and I are still friends after all of it.
And we'll be friends well, we better be friends forever now, because this is our baby. This is Lek's baby. This is Lek's dream. Lek has been wanting to see her beautiful elephants. Lek is from Thailand. This is her dream, her life's work, and she has always dreamt about seeing her beautiful elephants in the forest, free of chains, free of abuse, free. So, when this point in time is like no other, we won't have this opportunity. And, it's very emotional, and it's very exciting. And at the same time, it's overwhelming. Colby and I, and Lek, of course, she's nonstop. She works from, I don't know, I think she really never sleeps, but, we work nonstop every day, and we're exhausted physically and sometimes emotionally, but we've never been happier, because as advocates, we fight and fight. We write petitions, we sign them, we do them. We're waiting to see when the result comes. We sometimes donate money and pray for the best. But this is it. This is a reality. This is what we've all been fighting for. And I think this is why, Kirsten from elephant guardians.
Yes, of
And
course.
from
She's one of my people that when I was doing field work covered many stories, and I asked her to come on. Yes, I
oh
know
my
her
God,
very
she's
well.
beautiful. And
She's
she's
great.
been so supportive. The people from LEAP, Jenna Lee, I could go on and on. It's like we have all come together. They have embraced this project in such a way because we understand that, this is something that we've all been fighting for. Or Terry Mitchell, which is she's from friends from Global, and she's a very close friend of ours, Annika. We are all working different projects, different people, different elephants, but people from Mexico. I've been interviewed in several places in South America and Diana Valencia, who is actually she's the one that is helping Ellie from Mexico. She contacted me and she said, "My God, Diana, this is really something, a game changer. This changes everyone's life." And remember that these elephants also, many of them are sent to the circus here in the U.S. or in China, or to the zoos. We want that to end. Everyone should stay at their homes in their forests with their herd, their family, and we should just love them and respect them. And if we do, we will make this happen. We will come together and we will just, stand by us and stand with us, and we will make it happen. That's like the promise.
Great. And I just want to say that I would be happy to help follow this story along. If there's other individuals or organizations that you're working with, and it would be good to bring them on as well to kind of like expand the reach. Like your people are sharing this, both of you, Kobe and Diana, your people are sharing this. My people are sharing this as we bring more people in, sharing out the message. So I'm very happy to help with that. We have only a few minutes left. I'm going to give Kobe a chance to kind of wrap whatever you'd like to wrap up with, about 3 minutes, and then Diana. And yeah, unfortunately, our time is over, but this is just the beginning. So go ahead, Kobe. What would you like people to know?
I just wanted to add to what Diana was saying really quick. The elephants you see
Mom.
in the circus and the zoos all over the world originally came from Africa. There's not as many African elephants. All the Asian ones you see came from Asia. Many of them are dying now, and they're only between 50 and 60, some are 40s, in captivity. We just can't let it happen anymore. We cannot let, we all know that CITES has a new law, rule, whatever you want to call it, where they cannot transport the elephants. But just last year, they sent a baby to Russia to be in the circus. So it still happens, and we're never going to have this opportunity again. This is it. This is when we have to all act. We have to, or we will fail the elephants of Thailand. We can't do it. We have to have everybody support us.
Great. Diana.
Diana, I just want to thank everyone that is walking with us, and I want to invite everyone that hasn't joined us to join us, to walk with us. We understand that, in numbers, that's the strength, and we really need everyone to be a part of this. And it's just such an amazing opportunity that we cannot miss. We have to unite and walk as one and act as one and be as one to be able to save these beautiful ones. The gentle giants are actually counting on all of us. Turning our backs to this project is like turning our backs to the gentle giants, and actually letting them go back to a life of slavery that we are very well aware. And the people that are joining us and don't know the cruelty and the abuse and everything that happens, you can Google Pajan, you could see anything. There's so much information. Please don't take part of it. Don't be a part of this horrible abuse. Don't be the reason why a mother loses her child. Don't be a reason why a baby, look at the videos of the babies, they're absolutely beautiful. Don't be the reason for a baby to lose their innocence, their happiness, their curiosity. You know, we need to keep these babies safe. We need to keep these babies happy and with their mothers. That's what we need to do. We need to keep the families together. And this is the Gentle Giant Stay Home Project. This is our promise. And this is what we're going to continue fighting for. You know, we need huge sponsors. We need companies to stand with us. We need everything. We're working with our nails because, you know, we're just knocking on each door and everything, but we want everyone to open their heart and to be a part of it.
Yeah. And I think everyone can be a part of this, and it's so easy. Make a donation, start a watch party, do a share, do your part, take some action now. Like these ladies said, we have this moment where all of these industries have been halted. Particularly, we're talking about the tourism industry in Thailand here, but it's been halted. Here's an opportunity to change hearts and minds and turn this around for these poor animals. Ladies, I've enjoyed having you on so much. I'd love to have you both on again, where you can bring me an update on how this is going. And yeah, I just want to say to everyone, please find it in your heart to help this organization, because I think this is an excellent cause. So thank you for being on, and thank you for watching.
Thank
Stay
you.
on us, ladies. Stay on. We're going to end the broadcast. Bye, everyone.